Hello, darts fanatics. We got the band back together. The whole Darts on the Radio team is here to review what was arguably one of the greatest nights we've ever had at the Winter Gardens in the PDC World Matchplay. Two semi-finals of the very highest quality, meaning that we got a final on Sunday night live on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel between James Wade, the 2007 champion, and the current world champion Luke Littler. Chris Mason, Paul Nicholson and Mark Wilson with me, Ian Danter, here in the pub grill at the Village Hotel in Blackpool. Okay, let's try and sum that up as best we can.
Try and get our breath.
Because we're still reeling from it, aren't we?
Yeah, it was just one of those sessions. The James Wade Johnny Clayton match will just go down in history as just one of those all-time special matches, whether it had been first round, second round, quarter-final. The fact it was a semi-final over that distance, and they served up a treat. The guts that Johnny showed to not give James a match start from 16-10 up was just remarkable, considering he couldn't seem to just close that gap, and then all of a sudden the belief was there. And what always happens, and Nico will verify this, when you are sort of making a comeback, you don't think about it until you're sort of a leg of actually completing the job in terms of making it 16-all. There was a little wobble from Johnny, but yeah, it was remarkable. And I think Mark said it in comms. You've got to have the right kind of dance partner, and all four players, they just gelled so well tonight.
I think one of the biggest things ahead of tonight was that we knew there was going to be chemistry with Josh and Luke, because even though they hadn't played in PDC Darts, they know each other inside and out. We knew that the rhythm was going to be good. But from the other side of the coin, we looked at Clayton and Wade, and we knew that was going to click as well because of 29 previous meetings. They've waited until game 30 to have their best one, and even though their 2021 Masters quarterfinal is one of my favourite games ever, I mean, I'm not overselling it, it's genuinely one of the best games I've ever seen. That was better tonight. And 38 legs of darts is a long, long game. The longest game I ever played was 38 legs. And James was talking to you about how it feels when you've gone through that. I can sympathise with him, but he'll be feeling even worse than most people when they've been through 38 legs, because he's been doing it all week.
Yeah.
All week long.
And the funny thing is, Mark, we were chatting during commentary, myself and Nico were doing that game, and Nico just said in passing, do you know what? At this point, Nico's going to have to do what he did. Clayton's going to have to do what he did against Wade in the last time they met by beating him 6-0, because he bageled him when they last met. And lo and behold, suddenly 6 legs on the spin, and the place is going potty.
Firstly, how can you not love darts? It is a mental. That is the best night of darts I've ever seen. I was on talkSPORT doing the updates at 16:10, said you better come to me quick because this is done. It's finished. Then he goes 72, 102, 32, 25, 120 in tops. 16 all. I don't know if you lads saw this. Mason and I were watching backstage. 16 all. The averages wwere 101.53 each.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
It was literally, there is nothing between them. I just wish Johnny would have taken that double out to make it 19 all and send it all away. But we were listening. We're backstage. You know, we were watching it on the screen. We were listening. It went quiet. It went loud. It went quiet. It went loud.
Another night when the audience were completely engrossed, not interested in singing party songs, just completely transfixed on what was going on.
Yeah, I was for the first 25 legs of the match. I was up on the balcony. And you could sort of, from that vantage point, you can see them, and they were just like that. They just couldn't take their eyes off it, because it was literally utterly remarkable, and one of those nights that we'll talk about at Christmas. We'll talk about it when we come back to Blackpool next year. It's just one of those special nights, and all four players need to take huge credit for that.
Let's clear this up. The 9-darter that Littler hit, with Josh also sitting on a 9-darter. Is that a more perfect leg than Smith van Gerwen in the world final several years ago?
It's got to be, because nobody missed.
it's not even up for debate.
It was claimed, you see, on television that it was the second best leg of darts ever.
It is the best.
I don't know how they've come up with that, because there was missed darts in the leg.
Well, missed darts.
A missed dart, yeah.
Go on, let's
so
get it
it's
right.
got to be better. If there was nothing missed, then, how can it not be?
Just for
End
me,
of story.
it's perfection.
Well, I think we said it in comms. It was just perfection. It was, and that wasn't even one of the biggest matches. The 1-3-3 setup, and then to take out the 170. That match literally had everything.
I love the fact that we're sitting here talking about something that isn't a match that included 3 1-6-1 checkouts. How insane is a game when it's got 3 1-6-1s and we're talking about something else?
Yeah.
And
Welcome
two 120s and a 102.
Yeah, Wadey's played 38 legs tonight. He's completely dead on his feet. He's played a longer game in his career by 5 legs when he lost to Adrian Lewis at the 2012 semi-final of the Worlds. And then we have Rock and Littler breaking a record that we thought would never be broken. They've played 31 legs, was it?
Yeah.
Same amount of legs as Lewis and Taylor had in the 2013 final, because Taylor won 18-13. And it was 28 180s in that final with Lewis and Taylor, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a record I never thought would get beat.
2 players tonight have gone better than that, playing the same amount of legs.
They played 30 legs in about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Of hockey time.
It was staggering.
How does that even work?
But what were you two thinking in the commentary box at 5-zip to Rock?
Well, I didn't sort of hit the panic button, and listen, he came out all guns blazing, Josh, and Luke was just slightly off the pace. But we did say it was key that he started to win the sessions, even if it was 3-2. I think we predicted it in comms.
Yeah.
And he went 3-2, 3-2, 5-0.
Yeah.
And that was the payback. And I think you said it was something like, if we'd have took those 5 legs out, it was 13-3, wasn't it?
No, 13-5.
13-5.
13-5, yeah.
That was the dominance Littler had. And credit to Josh. Listen, he's in here now. He's got his wife and his dad with him, and he's actually handling it all right. And I said to him, mate, it was a bit like Johnny. Johnny was getting chances, but it's almost, we sort of describe it as you just get crumbs. They're not 3 dart chances. There was a couple of moments in there where they both sort of chase the doubles around, but when you're just getting those chances and when you are behind, it's so hard. I mean, it's hard to hit the doubles anyway because you're under pressure, but they almost feel twice as important.
I think we're starting to learn something about Luke from World Championship finals, from World Championship runs, and now Grand Slams and match players. You stick him in long course, you're in trouble. This guy can give you a 5-leg lead and still beat you by 3.
That's twice now. Watsamina 7-2. Didn't beat him. Rock 5-0. Didn't beat him.
I mean, if you're giving someone that much of a start and they still can't beat you,
I mean,
he must feel unbeatable.
Josh has missed 27 darts at double. But he's averaged 104. He's hit 14 180s. He's played phenomenally. I think rather like Price last night.
Yeah.
He's lost the game, but he's been beaten on the night by the better player.
And
that happens.
It's just moments in the game. I mean, you can literally sort of break it down and go chance there, chance there, chance. When you win matches like that, you hit those 1-darters. Yeah. They go in, or they find the corner, or you're at the ball.
That was a knock on, by the way. Someone's knocked on there.
Knock on. Sack the juggler.
That wasn't us.
He won't be getting a job at my pub, I can tell you.
So, what that leaves us with at the end of it all is Luke Littler in his second attempt reaching the final of the World Matchplay after going out in round 1 last year. James Wade won the Matchplay back in 2007 with his second attempt at this tournament. 3
finals on the spin, 1 win in the middle.
And he's back again for his 7th Matchplay final in all. What are your initial thoughts before, we're 20 odd hours away from it getting underway?
I was sat with Dean Windass up in the balcony watching
Hold
it.
on, I'll just pick that name up.
Clang. Hold on, there it is, I've got it.
You're all right.
Paul Ince was there as well.
Hold on, I'll get that one as well.
Ince was there. Charlotte had a picture.
Anyone else?
And I was looking at it thinking, it was 19 No, it was 20 years ago, nearly 20 years ago, that I played James on debut, and he's still up there making finals. I mean, anybody who he's the only player in my top 10 of all time that doesn't have a world title. But he's that good, and the longevity cannot be ignored.
I like that you said it's just that good, because I'm going to pay huge respect to our colleague Chris Murphy right now. His post on social media tonight, absolute journalistic perfection. 20 years at the Matchplay versus 18 years on Earth. That's what he's put on X.
That's genius.
That, Murph, is unbelievably brilliant.
Yeah, there's your headline right there ahead of tomorrow. And Littler clearly has no fear. He's looking to tick off majors one by one. This just happens to be the next on the list. And given that, well, it's an easy thing to point out, but you and I saw how tired James was when he spoke to us. He'd been speaking to the media as well. I hope for the sake of the final, just without a dog in the fight, that James gets a good night's sleep.
Yeah,
because he's going to need it, right?
That's the worry. I mean, look, we've written him off. Everyone's written him off. He wins. He's been phenomenal this week. But was it the final for him tonight? You don't want to be disrespectful, do you?
No, I don't.
I watched Littler play tonight. He could have played for another 3 hours.
Yeah, and well, that's where experience will come into it, and that's where James will draw on all that experience, little things that if you don't play the game you wouldn't notice.
I don't think that stops him. I honestly don't think it does.
Listen, how many times we said it about James? Listen, his numbers stack up against Luke's healthily, every aspect. Maybe not in terms of 180s, but then you can counter that with the finishing. If Littler finishes like he did tonight against Wade, Wade has every chance.
Yeah.
And
if Wade plays like he did tonight,
he can hang with him in terms of scoring.
Yeah.
Can't hang with him in terms of 180s, but like you say, you write him off at your peril because
you do.
he is cut from a different cloth, Wade.
Did they not meet at the UK Open?
Yeah.
Final.
Yeah,
Final.
final.
Yeah.
And it was.
But that was James
one-sided.
playing 3 matches
Very,
on one
very
day. He was
different.
gassed.
Yeah, but is he gassed? I mean, fair play. I don't know if you've seen his social. Someone was put it on social today. He paid 57 quid for 4 fish and shit. I mean, he needs 100 grand just to cover his week in Blackpool.
So do I.
It's a very different
Any
dynamic,
danger
though.
he could share it with us?
Hugely different dynamic because he
Yeah.
gets the good night's sleep. He won't struggle to sleep tonight. I don't think that's the case. So I think he'll be fine. I think if you look at what he's won in his career, there's been a great deal of multiple games in a day tournaments like the European Championship in 2018, multiple UK Open, so he's obviously strong in that. However, he's won multiple Grand Prix where it's 1 game per day, and he's won this as well. So he will figure it out. Biggest thing for me, looking at the way he played against Clayton tonight, is that he did start to waver towards the end. So when he didn't get a match start for 6-7 legs.
He did a little bit against Van Veen too.
Yeah, he did start to waver a little bit, and we know that Littler gets better as the game goes on. So even if he gets a lead, it's going to be tough for James to keep him away.
Well, it all happens tomorrow night. Join us on talkSPORT 2 and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel from around about 7 p.m. We'll bring you all the build-up ahead of the first dart that will be thrown not long after 8 p.m. Can I take this opportunity, as this is the last time we'll be sat here for these championships, to thank not only Mark Wilson, Paul Nicholson, Chris Mason for their incredible teamwork and contributions. Also behind the camera, our incredible producer Matt Gubbins, who's kept us all working hard across the week with such skill and dexterity. Also Abigail Davis, who came in and did a bit of pinch hitting for me when I couldn't be around on Tuesday. And all the staff back at talkSPORT Towers who helped make Darts on the Radio the rip-roaring success that it is. I think it's just testament to what we do. That
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah,
Yes.
like and subscribe for goodness sake.
Women's World Match Play tomorrow from
That's
1
what-
o'clock.
That's right, that's Sunday from 1
Oh,
p.m.
and thank you to Laura Turner as well.
Yeah, Laura came in and was with us as well on Thursday when Mark was away. So,
And my mate Dean Windass.
Clang. And Paul Ince, Clang.
One last word as well. Congratulations to George Noble on a fabulous
Yes.
World Match Play career.
Yeah, he
well said.
has called darts matches over the years so superbly. Happy retirement to George, following not long behind Russ Bray's decision to hang up his microphone, but the next generation of darts referees is definitely coming through with flying colours. Listen, thank you for being with us, whether you've been with us listening on DAB or whether you've been listening with us via the app or whether you've been on the YouTube channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. And Darts on the Radio, after the final Sunday night, it will return. It has to, because it works, right?
It does work.
Yeah.
Thank you. All the best. Darts on the Radio, it works. So long from the Village Hotels in Blackpool.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.